Bienvenue to Le Café Craft. Okay, so here is part 2 of the TLN. Here we go. So, this is part 2. How can you tell it's part 2? Because I'm wearing blue sweater. Part 1 is a green sweater, part 2 is the blue sweater. Just in case you get confused, you just get to look like what kind of sweater she's wearing today. Anyhow, we got this done, allegedly, right? And it looks like this. Yes, yes. So we're done with this, and we're done with this. And now, if you're just like me, there's this very annoying thing here because, you know, you got that fold, but we're not going to use that fold, and you just keep messing up everything you do. Okay, we're going to take care of that. First thing we're going to do is you're going to flip it over, right? So now you have your back cover right here. You are going to take a pencil and write them all down so we're not getting confused. This is front cover. You're going to glue stuff on it, right? Front cover. This is panel number 1 right here. This is panel number 2 right over there. That's the one that has the fold kind of like 3/4 in, okay? But we're not going to use that fold. And then you have the last one right here, and that's going to be the flip out. That's where we're going to put the paper bag and the flipping out thing. Anyhow, so you write flip out on it. It's going to have a pocket on it, so you write pocket on it. And then we're going to number it number 3, yes? Now, when you turn that whole thing over and you go back to, you did this and you did that, we don't have to number that. This one become number 4, yes? Okay, now today all day, we're doing number 2. Number 2 is this one, the one you had. If you're using a folder, you have kind of a fold here. Maybe I'll show you on this one which one it is. On this one, number 4 happened to be this one, which is pretty confusing because when you open it, it's obviously 1, 2, but no, it's not. This is number 4. We're doing this one, and when you flip this one over, you have what I call the flip out, right? Yes, yes. Is everybody totally confused at this point? Why do you think we're putting numbers on things? Okay, so if you take it from this side, the back side, you have your back cover. Here you should read front cover because that's where you wrote on it. Here you should read number 1, and here you should read number 2. We are doing number 2. Yes, yes. Now, it's gonna fold like so and like so. So we're doing number 2 on this side because here you didn't write anything at all. You will find that out if you did exactly what I just did. Okay, so we're doing number 2. Number 2 is what I call the business card insert. It's gonna go right there. Okay, in order to do that, you need either 1 cardstock, 1 paper, whatever theme you picked, right? If you want to do what I'm doing, which is, where is it? I already lost it? Seriously. It's right here. Okay, this is what I am doing. I am, me, myself, and I, right here, are gonna put that piece of paper right there, and I'm gonna put, this is on cardstock, and I'm gonna put the exact replica of that same print on top. That's what I'm gonna cut out, and then this way, when I cut it out, let me show you how that works. Like so. You don't see the cutout because the background is the same than the foreground. You don't have to go to that extreme. That's what I want to do. You don't have to do the same thing. You can do exactly what you would like. Actually, if you wanted to, you could use contrasting paper, have lighter color, whichever you decide to do. Okay, you can have contrasting paper, identical paper, different paper, whatever you want to do. You need 1 like papery and 1 cardstock. The papery one right now, okay, let me put that on the side. Here, we're gonna keep number 2 facing us somehow so we know we're here. Okay, the papery one, you're gonna cut it to the dimension of your panel, which should be about, because we did, you know, I mean, things are not to the 10th of an inch. Should be about 4 3/4 and 9 inches high. Yes, yes. You have the same thing, identical dimension than this one on cardstock. So guess what? Let's get the same dimension. Yes? Now, we're not going to start tracing lines on that because we're not going to see anything. So we're flipping it over. Okay. So you turn your paper the other way around, right? Somehow straight. You're going to take from both sides, on each side there, a quarter off. Okay? Quarter off. Make a mark. A quarter on that side. You make a mark. You do the same thing in the bottom. Quarter here. And a quarter here. Yes? Yes. All right. Tracing a line. 1, 2. All right, so this is what you got. Now, make sure you get your upside down thing worked out, okay? Yes. So you do have a quarter on this side. Now, you go 2 1/4 high because you may be gonna wanna put something here. Yes? We get that. So, 2 you know what? Maybe I can do it with this mat because it's right there. Why not using it? That's what I say. All right, 2 1/4. 1, 2 1/4 right here. 2 1/4 right here. Then you go 1 inch. All right. So you line up from that mark that you have at 2 1/4. I put 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Every inch to here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gives you 6 inserts. Yes? And we want them wide enough so you can actually insert things in it instead of like just tiny win in the middle. I mean, that would not make any sense. Yes? So now we trace those. And actually, you just make a mark right there. Or a line if you want to make a line. Because I'm going to use here, here. Okay, and there's one more right here. Yes, now I'm gonna use, this is a little punchy thing. Hold on, so you see what kind of hole that thing makes. It makes that little hole, can you see it good? Okay, it's a small hole. Now if you don't have that, you can use your pokey. If you don't want to use a pokey, and if you don't want to use this because you don't have it, whatever the story is, do your line. I'm going to use my little round thing, but anyway, do your line all together, right? But the thing is, you're not going to cut on the line. You're going to have to cut on top of the line and under the line. So you have a big enough opening, okay? So whichever way you do it, we're going to cut and make little slit here, and there. Yes? Okay. So now I am punching. Sure hope you see what I'm doing. I'm trying to see what I'm doing because I have to be exactly right on that line. Oh, come on. Okay, here, one here, one here, one here, and last one. All right, so we got punch, 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 punch. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. Here, and one more. Okay, now this is what we got. Right now, to take a blade, any blade that you have, and then you're gonna slice from the top of that little hole, which is why that would be nice if they would be lined up. Like this one is not extremely lined up. Okay, I'm not gonna start flipping out. I'm gonna adjust. Okay, all right, we're cutting. Okay, and then when you cut the other side, you just turn the whole thing around, so this way you can see what you're doing. All right, and that should, okay, we're not pulling. I think we already went through that not pulling thing. Yes. Okay, this is what we got. Okay, so we do this all the way up. All right, I mean, you can look at me doing it, or you can go have a cup of coffee or whatever, but that's what I'm gonna do until they all slit from bottom to top. Yes, yes. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so we did cut, you did, I did cut all your little slits, right? Yes, yes. And you have your other, this is the papery you cut on the cardstock. Now you take this and apply it to that. Whatever you got in the background, right? Me in the background, I have the exact same thing, which means if all goes good and you're lining it up, see? You cannot see that it is, I mean, you can, you know there's slits, but okay, anyway, it's a visual thing. I love to do those things, whatever, right? Makes me happy, right? So whatever you have, okay? What we're gonna do first is glue this, the cardstock with the slits on that, yes? So it's gonna be glued all around. Make sure you don't put glue on your, like right here, yes? Okay, your glue has to stay in this perimeter, as they say, all right? And same thing here, you know, don't glue all of that because you want to be able to put something in here, okay? So you just glue all around. Yes, yes. Actually, if there's one part you can actually put glue is this part here because you are going to put only going down. Yes, yes. So we're doing that. Right, we're doing that thing. We are doing that thing. Okay. Oops. Easy now. All right. Gluing. Just checking. This is the top. Okay. You know, check your paper. If you have a top and a bottom, you know, really check which one is what, right? The top part, you can glue all of it. The bottom part, which I'm reaching now, you just do the edge. Right? Right. Okay. And you try not to put any on. Okay. Now, this is when it gets like fun. Now we line up on this. So I'm just gonna go with the lettering. All right. And it is glued in and it is el perfecto. Okay. So now if you have any type of little discrepancy here or there, you're just gonna cut that thing, those things out. Scissors. All right, here and a little bit here. Okay, whatever you have that kind of don't line up, just chop it off. All right, are we good? Are we good? Should we give it, yes, we are. We are gonna give it a little round here. Here. Now, if you don't have the little round thing and if you don't want to go through that whole, you know, you can make them wider. I mean, there's nothing said you can't, okay? You can totally make them, you don't have to put 6. You can put 3, make them bigger if it's easier for you. Okay, this is the setup. This is what I did, right? You want to do your stuff and make it different, just go right ahead, do that. Now, we got to edge. Okay, we're doing number 2, right? Because you did put the numbers. Yes, yes. So we're edging this. This is so cool. We're doing things. And you know, while I edge, I can like, you know, go with nonsense and everything because this is not like high precision anything. So thank you to all subscribers. Thanks you to all the new subscribers. Now, if you happen to, you know, get that video in your feed and you have no idea what we're doing here, well, you're gonna have to go backward and look at the video where I'm wearing green sleeves because on that video, it's part 1 of this project. See, it's all color-coded. It's like everybody can figure out what we're doing. And we're doing the coolest ever traveler. See, now the good thing about distressing the sides is it shows you exactly where the lines are. That is extremely valuable. Okay, let's give it a little thing here. Like so. If you want to ink the slits, go right ahead. I don't know if I will or not. I see about it when I'm finished and, you know, making things better and all of that, right? So right now, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And now we're gluing this on that. So we are going to glue this insert. How are we gluing the insert? Well, you know what? With glue. How about that? Yes? Yes. Oh, and I'm so cool here. Cool. Check when you fold that, you know, it's still, yes, it still stay on your board. I think I'm going to go a little bit more on this side somehow. Right. Let me give a little bit more here. Okay. I'm going to glue the way I glue, which is not the way you glue, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is, am I good? What's in the bottom here? Oh, yeah, that's that thing. Okay, I'm going to glue half, and then I glue the other half, because that's what I like to do. Now, the good thing about this is that because we're going to have this set up, you're not going to have that middle fold is gonna keep bothering you like it does bother me to no end. So, you know, maybe it's just me. Gonna do a little bit better here. You know, adjust your stuff, right, before you glue it. So this way, because once it's glued, this is it. Now, this is the thing. Every time you cut, right, well, of course you edge, but every time you cut like I did, right, adjust, make sure you re-round. Okay, because otherwise, what was round suddenly is not round anymore. Found out. I like it. Ooh, it's a travel notebook, and we are traveling along. How's that? See, I want to make sure I have a good glue down. Nothing popping up. Yeah, I am good. All right. Okay, so now I'm happy the way it is. Yes. All right, glue. Now, you can apply glue profusely because, you know, your back is, you have a back to your slits already, right? And that will be panel number 2. Ooh, see how I move that thing? Am I good here? Yes. Whew. Scared me. Okay, glue the other half. And then this way, that, you see that crease in the middle there? It's not gonna bother anybody. I mean, at least not bother me, which is the ultimate result. There we go. All right, now do yourself a favor, put something on top of that. All right, put a big book on that and let it dry. Now we should do, which panel do we want to do? Okay, hold on. We did this one. Maybe we want to do that one. What's on the other side? See, what's good to know is what's on the other side of that one. This one here. All right, so why don't we do this one or that one or the flip out? I don't know. I get to think. Okay, I did all the thinking I had to do. I mean, actually, I got smoke coming out of my ears. So, you got your little folder all folded up, right? You get your back thing here. We did... Let's open it. We did this, right? So when you close it, close like this, right? That's your front cover. And you wrote everything down. I mean, really write everything down. This way, there's no mistake. We're all doing the same thing. You open it, we did this. That's the little panel with the slits. Yes, we're gonna do this. That's panel number 1. That is gonna be when you open it. This is the one. Yes, this is the bad traveling one. When you open it, this is going to be this one. You got your slits here. You got the tuck-in here. Yes. And I'm looking at how I did that thing because, you know, I just never know what I do, really. Okay, pretty simple. So you need a background. We're not forgetting background at this point, right? So you measure your background. Now, you know you're 9 high. Take a little bit less, right? And then you allegedly 4 3/4. Hold on. You get to open it, right? So you have your slits on the right hand side. Then you get your, what do you call it? You know that little 1/2 inch that we added up right here? We don't care. It's going to be covered. I told you. It all worked out good. Okay. You need this background. I threw some copies of letters and envelope together on the printer, and that's what I came up with. All right, so it's gonna have to be 9, almost 9, right? Because you want to leave a little bit on the top and in the bottom, and it's not gonna be exactly 4 3/4 because you do have scoring line and all of that, right? So mine is exactly, well, I'm in centimeters, not gonna help. It's about 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So that's what I'm saying. It's take your measurement from this specific panel before you cut anything, because they're not all gonna be exactly the same, right? Right. Now, as you already know, we don't care what's here, which is a good thing because we're gonna put a pocket here. Yes, yes. All right. So you need to also cut a piece of cardstock or used cardstock. I'm using cardstock and I'm gonna cover it with my own paper. Do whatever you want to do, right? Oh, actually, I did a copy on cardstock too. Maybe I could use that. All right, so either you're gonna glue your paper here or you're gonna use, I made 2 copies, see? I made 1 copy on cardstock, 1 copy on paper because I didn't know which way I wanted to go. I'm gonna use this, all right? And I'm gonna put it like so. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this the same width and the same height than this, the same width, but less. So it's not gonna be the same width. I wanna see how much I want. See, I got my paper I can play with. How much I want in. I mean, you do whatever. If you want a deep pocket, you can go all the way to the top. Whatever. You know, this is your thing. You do whatever you want to do. I think I'm going to go up to here. And that's going to give me enough to put stuff in. And I want to be able to see this. Maybe a little bit less. I'm going to go 3.5, I think. 3.5. Okay, let me cut this and then we resume. Okay, so I did all the cutting and slivering. Okay, so again, you have your background right there that you're gonna glue down. You got almost 9. I took 3.5. You take whichever. If you want your pocket to go higher, just make it higher. You know, whatever you want it to be, right? We edging, and then we're gonna be gluing. Now, this here, that's your score line. You have to edge it really well because this is gonna be your guideline to, you know, put your background and your side tuck, this thing, right? This thing here, in it, on it, around it, somewhere. Okay, make sure it says number 1 right there, right? Because we're not doing any other panel right now than this one. All right, so we're gluing background. It is gonna go like so. And I'm gonna line it up on that just before that score line, which should come pretty neatly if you ink the whole thing, right? I think I need more inking right here. I'm gonna use this. Sorry, you know, you always think you're ready and you're not. All right, so we're doing this thing. If you get to line up something, right? Line up on this. You don't have to go all the way out there because you're gonna put this on top of it. Yes, right? So you don't really care how this line up. Just saying, you know, make your life a little bit easier here. You're tired of lining up. So it is gonna go exactly like this. And I shouldn't have, make sure you don't have anything popping out when you're gonna put this one in. See, I'm not too sure about that, so I'm gonna take a sliver out of this here, just to make sure. Okay, so I'm lining up on this side, like so, like here. And now I'm about right, and I'm liking it. Yes, glowing. All right, as usual, I'm gonna glue in 2 steps. You glue whichever way you want to glue. That is fine with me. Like so. You know, the truth and the matter is, once you have your whole, you know, blah, 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 folder put together and spread out, you can make it easy for yourself. You know, if you got other things to do, just make a panel a day. You know, don't overwhelm yourself if you don't want to do the whole thing at once. It'd be okay. You know, you can think about, this is a project where you do need to have your theme, your backgrounds, your whatever you're gonna use, your papers, your cardstock, because as you can tell, it is needed. You know, otherwise you're just gonna be like, oh, now what do I do? Which do I pick? Okay, here it is, right? Good. I need something that I don't have, obviously. Where would that be? Right here. Okay, we're gonna let that dry for a second. All right, this, as I said, I got 3.5. You have whatever you wanna have. I'm gonna do those little chunk out. You can use this, right? and do like, you know, those half things if you want to. I'm gonna use my other thing because that's the thing I like. Oof. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna take about the middle of it, about the middle of it is gonna be 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. I'm gonna do one here at 1 inch, like right here. And I'm gonna do 2 on this side. 1 here and 1 here. I mean, you can make them anywhere you want, right? That's what I say. Okay, right here. Bam, 1 right here. And where's the other one? Right over here. Bam, bam, bam. We are happy. Hold on, because I got, for some reason, I got a little thingy here. Up. Okay, edging. I mean, this one is pretty, you know, easy. It's like 1, 2, 3. That thing is done. And then before you know it, you're halfway there. Whew. How is this possible? Exactly. It is not complicated, okay? It is easy construction. You just take your time. I mean, and if I know you guys, some of you are like chopping, gluing, blah, 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 you know, the whole thing is done. If that's not your case, okay, which I can totally relate to, all right? And then you're not too sure, take your time. There's no rush. You just do one panel at a time. It's easy construction. You just get to, you know, get into it. If you don't know, if you don't have the stuff to do that elastic thing, at the end, I will show you a different elastic thing that you can do, okay? So I'm gonna be that cool. Whoa, that looks like I like it. All right. And then this one, we're not gonna do anything fancy. We're just gonna glue it down. Now, this time, you're gonna line up to that score line, right? Not on the score line, because what will be the point to have a score line, okay? But guide yourself with the score line and then put it almost at the score line. Cool? And make sure you don't pop out either here or there, which I think I don't. Let me check. I'm good here and I'm good here. Okay, we are gluing. And then we're gonna keep recapping every time we do a panel, so, you know, we feel like we accomplished something today, okay? All right, let me do glue. Like so. Bam. Okay, and now we're lining up ourselves with this. How's that look? Ooh, okay, not on the score line, okay? Right after that score line, because you want, this is gonna fold right there, so you don't want to glue anything on that. Yes, yes. And that is that. This is your panel number 1. If you get a little bit of glue popping out, wipe it, take it. You still got time. If you put enough glue, you still have time to move it somehow. I know I do. Yeah, good. Okay, put the big book on it, let it dry. And then it should start folding the way it's supposed to fold, okay? You see what I'm saying? It should start having its own life. It's coming to life. So this is panel 1, this is panel 2. Now, I'm going to bring something to your attention. With the choice of your colors and your background, right? Keep in mind, see, this one was easy because it was monochrome. It was black and white, so it didn't really matter. But if you start with colors, keep in mind that when you're going to open it, right? On that very first opening, this is going to show, right? So whatever you put here, do you see what I'm saying? Try to have some kind of continuity with that. I mean, obviously it's not the same thing, but it's kind of the same tone. That's what I'm trying to say. There's some places you can really go, like this is going to have to kind of go a little bit like that. And this is going to have to go a little bit like this. But this doesn't have to go with anything else than this and that, because it goes like this. You're getting my drift here, right? Okay, so you got your front cover. You got part 1, panel number 1. Panel number 2 is done, right? That's going to be your panel number 3, the flip out we're going to do next. It goes like this. Then you're going to have panel number... Oh, maybe we do panel number 4, because then we're going to do panel number 4 because it's still flat, so it's going to be easier to put stuff on it. This is done. this is done. Hello, we're going places, right? So next one is panel number 4, which is this one here. That's the three pocket, the 3 insert. So same thing. You can have a total different color scheme, but it's kind of has to go with this and that, right? Which in this case, what we're doing is gonna have to go with this, your elastic, and this one, right? Kind of color scheme it with that. Yes, yes. Panel number 4 is next. Okay, we are doing panel 4. This one right here. Okay, so you get your elastic, you get the pocket, you get your really cool thing here, and then you get panel 4 right here. Now, okay, in order to do panel 4, so because you want it nice, flat, and everything, just open your whole, accordion here, right? Okay, so we don't care about that. So we just put something here. We're doing this, panel 4, because you put numbers, right? This is the one next to this one. We need to do the, where are they? The 2 pockets here, right? Insert pockets. Okay, so as you know, right, I am really good at, because I love doing those things, okay? Now, we don't have all day, right? I mean, it is just like trying for nerves. But I love to do those things, like it looks like it's one piece, but it's not one piece. Anyway, whatever. Everybody's got their own little thing, right? Okay, so that's my little thing. In order to do this, now I don't know what your dimensions are, but I can tell you something. This is still going to be 9 inches, okay? You need to figure out what your panel dimensions are. You know what? Let me take that thing again. Okay, what I did here, and I'm just going to, redo that because, why fixing it if it's not broken? Yes. So I did, now this is 4 3/4 kind of. Yes, I did. The first one is at 3 1/4, and the second one is at 2 3/4. So I need about 2 3/4. About, okay. We are not like in the precision making. We're not making clocks, okay. I mean, we don't need magnifier or anything like that. All right. So about 2 3/4, and the other one is 3 1/2. That's what I got. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, as usual. You do your thing, I do my thing, we're happy. Da-ba-da. Okay, so 9 inches high, and yeah, about 4 3/4. But you do have your scoring line, edge, right? So this way you can line up on those guys, because now you can see them really good. Okay, here is my background. I save you the cutting around thing and all of that, right? And it's gonna go like this. Whoa, this is cool. Okay, that's what I was talking about, the color scheme, okay? It's got orangey here, so it kind of goes with that. It's not too dark, it's not, okay, it just goes together, right? Because this is gonna be here. It doesn't have to go with anything else than those two, because it's gonna be hidden. Let me, see, it's gonna go like this. So when you open it, ooh, you did that. You see how good that looks? Okay. When you open it, you have this, right? And then you're going to have your little bag thing here. And only then when you open here, you're going to see that. So that's got to go kind of with this here. I think I said that 200 times already. Anyway, never mind that. Opening that thing here. Bam. All right. And we are putting the background. Okay, if you're doing not what I'm doing, right? Let's say you can take 2 different color print, whichever they are, or the same if you want to do the same, or you can go nuts like I do if you want to, whatever you like to do. But I'm going to show you how I mounted them. Okay, you pick your background, but I don't glue my background yet. There's a few reasons for that. Okay. You take your cardstock, right? Now, can you use cardstock and fold it? Yes, you can. But then it's going to get really thick. You see what I'm saying? So if you're using straight cardstock, okay, have the exact measurement on this one and do a fold on the other one. This is the other one. I've just wrapped it up because I marked my paper, right? Then this one, you do a fold. I go about it when we get to that, right? Right now, we're dealing with this one. So this one is a straight, almost 9-inch, right? Because we don't want it to go over, okay? And what did I do? 3.5, right? And this is gonna go here. So you take your paper, you put your paper like I just did, right? Okay, and now you get those big things here. You don't need that big. You need half of that. I mean, in my case. So you leave like a 1/2 inch, right? If you're covering with paper, it is. If you're not covering it with paper, you're doing it directly with cardstock, you're gonna have to do the same thing to your cardstock. The thing is, I would not advise to do it with plain cardstock because it's gonna get thick. You're gonna fold here, you're gonna fold here. I mean, this is... I wouldn't, okay? You do whatever you want. You know. I know you guys know better. Anyway, so I got my paper that I'm gonna glue on this, right? And I leave, okay, again, about, what is that? About 1/4 inch, okay? Like so. Bam, bam. Get that done. Okay, now we angle a tiny little bit. Here. Yes? So you get this. This is your paper, right? And then you're gonna glue the paper on this, like so. I'm so glad I marked those things because let me tell you something, it takes me forever to do that. I'll make a video about that one day. One second. You want to talk about patience? Yeah, right. Okay? And I'm gonna go exactly to the end here and I'm gonna glue that, right? Then you take the second one. Now this one is, again, 2.25. Yes, you know what? Let me, here. Good. So you take your paper, like in my case, I'm gonna do this, so I got to cut here. I'm gonna cut straight to the edge here, right? I'm gonna cut this part. The part which is gonna be on the bottom, right? On here, you're gonna leave yourself some room. Let me demonstrate. All right, we're cutting, or maybe I just roll it back. Oh, I could roll it back, right? Why not? I'm just gonna roll it back. In the meantime, if I do that, I still have to take this off. I'm rolling it back, guys. You don't have to, okay? You can cut like the exact dimension than this, but not the... Let me finish what I'm doing, because you understand. Okay. I'm gonna take the same thing on both sides. You leave about 1/4 inch, right? Cut at an angle here. Not a big angle, a little angle. You don't pull, you never pull. I keep saying that to myself all the time. See me pulling? Okay. So here, same thing. I'm gonna need about 1/4 inch. This is so exciting. All right, I'm gonna cut here. A little bit of an angle. You didn't see me pulling. Okay. You take your, what is it? 2.25, whatever that. Where is the, seriously, my ruler disappeared right here. Okay. It is 2.25. It's official. Okay. It is gonna glue like so. Okay. I'm gonna wrap it. You don't have to wrap it. You cut it straight here like this one here. Yes? But here, you're gonna leave yourself room, okay? And the reason for that is we're gonna fold that under. In order to fold that under, we're gonna have to do, okay, keep, what do I have here? About 1 inch. Keep 1 inch on that side, yes? So you have your little strip here, 2.25. You cut your paper 9-something inches, right? You get your little angles, yes? And it's gonna go like this, correct? Correct. Now here, keep about 1 inch, yes? Okay. On that fold, you see you have a fold right here, right? You gotta, what are we doing here? If we're doing this, yeah. We're gonna fold it. You know what, maybe I put it, I don't know if you can see good. Okay, see that? Like this. You want to cut this here. All right, so right here, this is the part that is popping out, right? You fold that. You don't cut it. You fold this, and then you cut a tiny little angle. Yes? Like so. Same thing here. Good? Good. Right? So now, when you're gonna glue it on your cardstock, you're gonna have this fold right here. Yes? And then you're gonna have that big fold right here. You're gonna cut a little bit as an angle, like so, but not a big angle. Okay, I'm showing it to you because for some reason it's becoming hard to explain here. This is what you got, right? You cut it as a slight angle. Same thing on the other side. Slight angle. Get it? All right, let me show you what you end up having. You have your 2 1/4, right? Cardstock. You glue your paper on it. Yes? You leave a 1/4 inch on both sides. You fold, you angle. Yes? Like so. You keep about 1 inch at the end here. That's the bottom part, right? You angle here and then you angle here. The reason for that is when you're gonna put it together, right? With this one, it's gonna go like this, but what you're gonna do, see the back of it? You're gonna wrap with this piece right there. This way, no matter what you're gonna put in, it's not gonna go anywhere. That's number 1. Number 2, on your booklet, it's gonna look very neat because you're only gonna have 1 fold. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of having, if I will glue that directly on here and then on here, then I will have 2, you see what I'm saying? I will have 2 thickness, right? And then you take a chance this on glue, things go through. Okay, that's the safe way to do this insert. So it goes like this, and then on this side here, right? You're gonna take the end that you have your 1 inch here, and you're gonna fold it on here. Yes? But wait, we got to glue first, right? Okay, so now the gluing process for that. I mean, it's not that hard. All right, I say I'll totally lined up on here. So I'm gonna put the glue on the cardstock. Yes, yes. We are gluing. We are not afraid. So this is about 9 inches, right? But you don't want to go over, so you take a little bit off, yes? And we say it's 3 something, right? You glue your paper on. See, because of all the folds, this is why I say if you use cardstock, it's going to be too thick. Because you're going to have the folds on the side, the fold in the bottom, and then before you know it, because I'm carrying a suitcase, which in my case is perfectly apropos because we're doing the traveling thing, but still. Okay, and I'm going to glue this right to the edge of glory. Okay, I cannot really mess that up. So I put enough glue that I can move it. Let's get to go up a bit here to the edge. Come on, there we go. Got to pull more. All right, if you put a lot of glue, you can totally do that. Oh my gosh, I think I have it almost perfect except here. Here we have it. All right, now we take, okay, and I have my little things here, right? Right, like so. Yes, and I'm popping a little bit. You know what? Adjust, adjust, adjust. Because this one you want flush top and bottom. Okay, so you have this. Now we're doing this. Same thing, edge to edge, right here, right? And you're gonna have this, you don't glue, this you don't glue, this you don't glue. You just glue this, your rectangle here. Now, in order to glue that properly, I'm gonna do the other way around on this one. Where is it? You don't have to do the return, okay? I mean, I'm the one doing that. If you want to do a return, maybe it's easier. So whichever way, if it's not lined up, you know, you have your return. Whichever way you want to do it. I know it's a little bit funny on this side because I want to do those matching letter thing. Yeah, now this is what I'm saying. You know, it's like, why make it easy? Okay, now I'm gonna put this here to the edge. I want to make sure I'm good. Yes. Okay. Now, if you do a return like I do, you just get to glue that. Are we cutting it? Are we gluing it? I'm gluing it. If you want to cut flush here, go ahead, cut flush here, right? Obviously, I'm putting a return, not the bottom, right? If you do a return on the top, that's the top that you're gluing. Okay, so let's pretend you cut it flush, right? You have your second piece. You have your second piece right here, okay? From the other side is better. You have those two little flappy thing here, and then you have the bottom here. We're not gonna bother with the bottom yet. You're gonna see why. All right, this, okay, make sure if you got writing and everything to keep the up and the bottom down, right? It's gonna go like this. This is gonna glue, hold on, the other way around. This one here, right? Is gonna glue on this one here, like so. See it? Got the small one on your left hand. You got your right, the bigger one on your right hand. Yes, they are both the same way, not like this, right? You flip them over. Yes, you're gonna put glue here, and then you're gonna glue this on here. Yes? All right, we're doing it. We still are. Small one down, bigger one up. We're putting the glue on the flap. The little side flap. Just the little side flap, right? Okay, got that. You take the big one. It's still in the same way. Double check. Is this it? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. You're putting it down on this. On both sides. You make sure it lines up. So me, I got to play a little bit here. All right. And that is that. Yes. You still have that thing hanging here, right? Now, your background is the thing. In my case, is the thing that I'm going to do last because I want to line up on my background. Yes. Yes. If you don't have to line up anything, right? Just put your background down. Cover your insert, and then you're gonna glue this on that, right? I'm keeping this one for the end because I want to line up this way, preferably on this. You see what I'm saying when I do like complicated things? Okay, so what you're gonna do next is flip this like so. Sorry, going back to those guys. And you're gonna glue this, those sides right here on here. Not higher than it goes, okay? So this way it's gonna be like this. Yes? Doing that. If you did the super duper and you did the deep pocket folders, it's the same idea but smaller, right? Maybe I explained it better over there. I don't know. In any case, this is how that works, okay? And then you put this on here, right? So it's open here, but you want it open because you're gonna put thing in that pocket, correct? Correct. Okay, now, me, I got to line up with my thing here. You, if you're taking different, printed anything, right? You're gonna put glue here, all the way here, and then you're gonna put it on your background. Yes? And then you're gonna put something extremely heavy on it, and then you're good to go. Me, I got to line this up. Now, I don't know if you want to see me lining it up, but if you don't care how I line it up, see, it's really maybe we should have put, okay, if you want to put some round thing or, use this thing, right? Do that before you glue them on, obviously, because now we can't, right? Okay? So just saying, if you want to put little dent here or there, do it before you put those two together. Those two are together, right? Yes? And this is gonna go on here, like so. I got to figure out my background. So I'm gonna glue this. I don't know if you want to see me doing that because let me tell you something. I really go too extreme. And sometimes it's annoying just to look at it because it takes me forever. But I think I'm good. So maybe I'm gonna chance it. Does it look good? This is lined up. This is lined up. See, this is why I don't glue my background right away because I can move it. All right, so I'm gonna glue my background, okay? And then we're gonna glue that on. And you just glue yours. Make sure before you glue, right, that you can fold because maybe you glue over, right? Make sure of that this can fold, yes? Yes, same thing here when you put your background, right? You get to be able to fold and it doesn't. But line up yourself with the score lines, right? Right. Am I still lined up? Amazingly enough, yes, I am. That looks so good to me. Okay, I'm gonna glue my background and then, you know what? And then I join you to put those two together, okay? Okay. All right, so glued my background, all good. I'm gonna glue those two things here on this. How does, and hopefully line them up, right? So how does that work? It works like this. You're gonna put glue on those two sides here, right? Like so. Pretty much you're just gonna put glue everywhere, okay? And then you put glue on here, that return that you have. See, you understand now why I said use paper, right? Because they get thicker and thicker by the second. All right, and now you can take your time, allegedly, and put it right. Okay, done. And now, amazingly enough, you have a pocket here, right? And it goes all the way because you put that little return on the side, right? So it goes, you have the whole length right here, and you have the whole length right there. Okay, take a big book and put it on. All right, you put the big book, bang, on it. Let it dry, let it dry, let it dry. Got that? So panel number 4 is done. And now we're going to do the flip up. Okay, we're doing the flip out. Now, when you open your flip out, what you got? You got that, because you made that. Look how cool that is. Ooh, almost done. Oh, yeah. Okay, so when you close this, what you have here is the top part of your flip up thing. See how that works? Maybe you don't. All right, here. So you got your first page. We did that, right? And then you go like this, and this is the flip up, and there's the little bags here, right? But then there's the little pocket here. Yes, yes. We're doing all of that like 1, 2, 3, okay? And this goes like this. Now, this goes with this, and only with this, because if you open, then it's out of sight, right? So you can do whatever you want to do here to go with that. As I said, this is black and white. That was easy. So pretty much you got to find something for here which is going to go with that. First thing you're going to do before you put like the cool thing on top, blah, blah, blah. You need a background. You need a background because you're going to put your bags on it. Let's do with the background first. Take the background, right? Now, big surprise is going to be almost 9 inches and almost 4 3/4. Yes, and you know, you cut it and you see it kind of go. Yes, yes, it's cool, cool. Okay, so because it's cool, you need this, the kind of small, right, around that, like this, like that. You don't glue anything, just fair warning. And then you just give it a little edge thing, right? We're not gluing right now. We are not. I'm thinking of something else at the same time. Look at my head is gonna explode. Okay, in order to do things properly, we're gonna open the whole thing, right? And put it this way, right? So you have what? A flat surface. I will love that. Okay, and this is gonna go on here. Yes, let me double check. Yes, because it's gonna go like this. Oh, okay, we're going places. All right, so you got that, and it's exactly right. You lined up on your score line, yes, right? And then it should be just exactly right. If it, for some reason, that's okay. You can correct it. You're going to be able to cut whatever, right? So do not worry about that. But I mean, preferably the right dimension. But now we got to put the bags on this before we glue this on that. Right? How does that work? Well, that's the whole thing. So you take your background, put that on the side for a second. Gigantic thing. Okay. Flip up, flip your background the other way. Now you got this. All right, so you almost got 4 3/4, right? The middle of it is 2 3/8. Why do I know that? Because I wrote it down somewhere. That's why. Would you think it's come out of my head just like that? Nope. So 2 3/8 is the middle of what you got. See, I'm exactly 4 3/4, which means I'm gonna have to maybe cut a little sliver, but we get to that when we get to that. Okay, 2 3/8. 1, 2, 3. Right here. That's my middle. I'm doing same thing. Okay, let me put it here because I take measurement all the way there. And this is like, why is it not good? Because you did it all the way there. That's why. Okay, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 3/8. Yes, yes. You're putting only 2 bags, so you don't need to do the whole thing. I mean, you can, but... And then you go lined up. You go halfway here, right? That is your middle. Yoo-hoo. Okay. Now, on both sides of that, you're gonna need 2 inches because your bags, the bags, are gonna be 4 inches wide, right? And about 6 inches high. We're gonna get to the bag in a second. Okay, now, this is gonna go about a 1/2 inch. So, take a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch here. And then you make a line. And hopefully when you're gonna look at it, it's gonna be straight. We sure hope so. Yes, okay. And then you're gonna do, I think it's 3/4. Oh, hold on, because, you know, I get just, all those measurements get me so confused. Okay, so you do have a 1/2 inch here, right? Second bag, it's 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch. There we go, 3/4 of an inch. And it's, honestly, there's nothing complicated, all right? If you get a ruler and a pencil and some paper, you can totally do it. Take your time, you know. I mean, if you raised up a few kids, you have patience, right? So use it. All right, 3/4 up is gonna be here. We'll do 3/4 here. And you know what? We do 3/4 here, so we just in case. You know, it's okay. I mean, you can trust yourself. I don't trust myself ever with those things. Are you kidding me? You should see how many tryout I have around this table. It's plain ridiculous. Okay, and you make a line. This is what you have on the back of your background. Yes? Now, 4 inches, half of it is 2. I know that. You know that. You put 2 right there, and you do 4 inches, 4 inches, right? And you should have about the same here, then here. Yes! Oh, how cool is this? All right, 2 inches in the middle, put a mark at 4, and you put a mark at 1. Got it? Got it, right? Okay, we got that. Now we need bags. And we need the bags to be 4 inches. Now, if you're like me, you can take all your bags. I got like 350 bags. There's not one is gonna be exactly what I need. Unfortunately, that's the way life is. So I make bags, okay? I'm gonna briefly show you how to make bags because this is like 1, 2, 3, you make bags, okay? But it is a traveling notebook. You want bags with gussets. Yes? Yeah, because you want to be able to put a whole bunch of stuff in there, right? Yes? Oh, yeah, you know, all those receipts and fancy cards for people that's like, that you know, that you met, whatever, right? Anyhow, make a long story short, we want bag with gussets and we want them to be 4 inches. How do we do this? Easy. I say that because I make like 20 of them. Okay, before I get the right one. Take a piece of paper. I'm showing it to you on that. I already did my bag, but you're gonna see there's no way I could show them on my bags because this is what I use. Where are they? Okay, I mean, it's a very heavy print. You're not gonna see anything if I show you that, okay? So, forget it. All right, so you put your piece of paper right there on your scoring board. If you don't have a scoring board, unfortunately, like I did when I didn't have a scoring board, you're gonna have to measure up and down and then line up your ruler and then fold. That's okay, we can do that too. Okay, we take the scoring thing. We do 1/4 inch. 1. Yes? What's this? We do a 1/4 inch. Again. 2. And we do a 1/4 inch. 3. So you got 1, 2, 3 thing, right? 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. Okay, you go 4 inches. From your last scoring line, you go 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it sounds silly. I messed that up so many times you have no idea. 4 inches. Yes. Then you do a 1/4 inch once and a 1/4 inch twice. And hopefully you get 4 inches left, which I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and something. Good, good, good. Never mind this, right? This is what you got. You fold, okay, like accordion style, okay? Just fold your little fold, okay? They're not gonna be folded the right way, but you don't care. You just fold them. You give them, no, like we know where they are, right? See those? Okay, same thing here. You fold here. You fold the other one there. And then the last one. So you know where you go. You understand why I'm showing it to you on craft paper? Because otherwise you're never gonna see anything, okay? So you have 1, 2, 3 fold here, 2 fold here. This is 4 inches, yes? This side, the one where you have 3, you fold in, really good. You fold out, really good. And then you fold back in, really good. Yes, yes. You take this side, right? You fold in the second one, not this one, okay? You fold in. This one, you fold the other way. I know. Just, and then you fold again. Like so, right? See, you have this and you have that. You want me to do that again? It's really pretty down forward, okay? You score from the right, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, yes? 4 inches, because we want 4 inches. If you need 3 inches, do 3 inches. If it is just to show you how to make bags with gussets, any dimension you want, right? And I'm not gonna make a whole video about that because this is silly, okay? Then you measure what you want. We want 4 inches. We have 4 inches. You score at 4 inches. You score another 1/4 inch and another 1/4 inch, right? This one you fold like a little accordion. This one, the middle crease, right? You fold this way, okay? You fold it here. Then you get the other one like that. Yeah, okay? So now, okay, you flip it no matter how you're doing it, okay? Let me go back this way. You have it like this. Yes. Yes. Got that, right? Then what happened is you take this, and if you use a 11 inches piece of paper, you have too much, right? Which is a good thing, all right? So you get about a 1/4 inch too much. So you cut that. You cut your 1/4 inch. Preferably straight, you know how we are. Not straight all the time, right? Blade, let me take the big one. All right, and now we try to see if it joins together, and it should. And I even got a little bit too much. Okay, here. Let me cut from here. Then you adjust. It's better to, believe me, it's better to have too much than not enough, okay? I'm saying, been there, done that. Can always take off. You can never add on. For some unknown reason. Okay. Now, here, yes? Okay. Now, the only thing you get to do is glue this on that. You want me to do it? I'll do it. Okay. I don't want to spend too long on those bag thing because it's really easy. I mean, if you have bags that are the right thing, just use those. But I wanted gussets, and the only bags that I have, which I could have used, of course they didn't have gussets. I'm like, oh no. Okay? All right. You have a bag. See? You have a bag. How cool is this? You have a bag, right? Now, before you glue it, okay, if you want to put a background in the back here, go ahead, put a background, then glue it, right? We know that story about the background, you know. Anyway, all right, so you have your bag. You want to fold the bottom about an inch, okay? Now, for this specific use, we need 6 inches high. 6 inches high is right there. Okay, so just fold about 1 inch. Now, if you do a paper bag for yourself, you're done. You get your paper bag, yes? And then you can just like do whatever on the top, put a little, you know, thing like this, right? You know, put a little thing. Or you can use the, you know, the cranky scissors and do a cranky top, whatever you want to do. Okay, but pretty much you have your bag. That will be your regular bag if you will make a paper bag. But we're not doing a regular paper bag because we're gonna insert this in this. And in order to do that, we need the bottom part. All right, in order to do the bottom part, take your scissors, okay, and you're gonna cut at a small angle. Following me, right, to the fold, yes? And when you do the other side, is the other way around. From the fold down an angle. Yes, yes. Now you have this and you have that. Preferably straight. So you're gonna keep both sides. Okay? The 2 sides. Now you got those things here. Oh, this kind of glued on it. No, that's okay. We don't care. Okay, you're gonna have those things popping out. You cut. 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 Cut, right? Now you have your paper bag ready to install. Yes? Get that? That was not hard, right? Really, okay? I mean, I said that. I think I messed up 5 of them. But anyway, all right, that is the paper bag story. We don't care, we don't need that because I'm not doing this, I'm doing those. Oh, also, then when you're done that, you measure 6 inches, right? And then you cut. Yes? And then you make the top the way you want to make the top. Good? You want me to cut 6 inches? Actually, I kind of like a long bag like that. I'm gonna keep it for further use. There we go. All right, I made mine. This is why I couldn't show you on mine because obviously you wouldn't have seen anything at all because it's a very busy paper, okay? And I have my 2 little bottom flaps. Yes? Yes. One here, where's the other one? And one there. And I covered the background of the opening. This way it looks pretty when you look at it. Yes, not this side. Who is gonna put their whole head in the bag, right? Okay, so did the bottom, the back part. I didn't forget the background. Yes, so you do have little bags standing up. 2 of them. They are 6 inches high and they have a little thingy like this on the top here. You can barely see it, but it's there, right? See it? Yes. Okay. Now we get this, put this on the side. We take this. We have those 2 lines. We are gonna cut on those 2 lines. A little bit on top of it, a little bit on top of it, and then we're gonna flip and do the same thing the other way around. I need cutting tool. Okay, you got your marks, right? You made your marks and everything. Yes? Yes. All right. We're gonna cut from here to here because that's 4 inches. Check your bag. Is my bag 4 inches? Oh yeah, it is. Cool, right? Okay, so you're gonna go a little bit under the line. Yes, tiny little bit like a hair under the line. And you're gonna cut from here to there. That's 1. Yes, do the same thing here. A little bit under the line. Okay. Don't flip out on those things because we put bag on top of it. I mean, this is not gonna show really as per se. It's not like somebody's gonna say, whoa, you did that, okay? It's not, all right? So just do your ultimate best and that's good. All right, now 4 inches, yes? Flip this thing around and you do the same thing. You go a little bit under the line, right? And then you cut, okay? A little bit under the line, and then you cut. I mean, kind of straight, you know. Don't be like me, like never straight. Okay. All right. Now, you don't have a camera on top of your head, so you're gonna put your head all the way down and cut from here to there, like so. Now, I cannot put my head all the way down, so I sure hope it was gonna work. And let's see if that what happened. Of course not. All right, now I'm tic-tacking, and that's the only reason for that. Don't pull. Is because I am so far away from that thing. Bam. Right? I mean, those little slits, they're not that hard to do. You know, once you get the only thing you get to do is measure. After that, you just cut. Now, if you don't measure good, well, then, you just do it again. That's all. Do it again. I do that all the time. Okay, so we have those two. Can you see them good? I'm sorry I got interrupted for very good reason, so mind that, right? I will explain later in another video. But anyway, this is pretty cool actually. Whatever. Okay, let's go back to crafting, all right? So you have your two slits, so you can see them good, right? Yes? Cool. All right, now this is gonna be so much fun. Flip it. Take your bags, okay? The one you like better, put it in the front matter as well, okay? So let's do the back one first, all right? Take this, you get your two little flippies there. You insert, okay? And because you measure 4 inches and 4 inches, right? And then you angled it, yes? It is gonna be just perfect, right? And here, you get a little standing bag, okay? And because we're gonna glue it and everything, nothing is gonna go anywhere for that matter, all right? This is bag number 1. Here goes bag number 2. Put it in here, like so. Open the little flip, and then it's gonna stand up. Yes? Okay, now you're gonna go, oh my God, we're gonna cut this. Let's not make problem when there's no problem, all right? Now we got to glue, okay. So in order to glue, first, make sure your two bags lined up really good, one on top of the other. Yes? Are they good? Yes. Paper clip, because we're gonna have to flip it over, right? So you paper clip those guys on the top. Don't paper clip in the bottom. Why? Because that's where you're gonna want to cut things. Okay. Paper clip here and paper clip there. All right, so you got your bags. They're good, they're lining up, they're perfect. We love them. We put them down that way. We flip. Okay, now we glue. Yes, we glue this. Watch me gluing this. Gluing. Okay. Don't put glue next to the cut, right? Otherwise, it's gonna keep trapping whatever you put inside. Yes? We know that. All right. Press it down. You're gluing the other one right here. No matter how those flips are, you do not adjust them because they're perfect in the front. Yes? So whatever you have here, you deal with. Okay? Which means even if it pulls a little bit, doesn't matter. You put your glue on this side here. Okay? If you don't want to pull on the bag. All right? Just to secure the bag. All right? And glue. Okay? Because if you start pulling and moving, then the front is not gonna be good. We know the front is good. We put paper clip. Now we're gluing this one here. Now the only reason you can see color here is because I doubled the inside because of the, because I wanted a background, okay? Inside my bag, all right? And you cut this here. You glue this here. Yes? Yes. And now we're gonna glue this one. Same thing then with the other one. You don't glue the flip, you glue the cardstock. Put a little bit of glue. It doesn't have to be like, gallons of glue. It's just gonna stay there because you're gonna glue this on the board, right? Okay? Now, we are so cool. Okay, we just gotta press so they're glued for good. Nobody's moving. Flip. Make sure it's all good because, your glue is not completely dry, so you can move them around if needed, but they look good to me. Okay, now, this, just cut it. No biggie, right? All right, we're cutting this with, you know what? Let's use this. Okay, I'm gonna put it closest to me that I can. And, okay, guys, I'm gonna put my head on top of the camera because, I'm tired of doing guessing thing here. All right. Sure hope that's good. Okay. Cool. Okay. So now you are gonna glue this on that. Now, don't get confused because this open like this, but this is gonna close because this is gonna be the pocket. Okay. So you glue on the top. Let's see where that is. Right. It is here. Okay. This is panel number 3. You should have wrote 3 and it says flip out and it says pocket. I mean, if you didn't do it, there's nothing I can do for you here, okay? Goes here, like so. All right, it's next to this. Got it? Got it. So you take this, pick up, move it. Right? And we still, because now this is what's on the other side. That's what I'm saying about being confusing. And then you're gonna glue that down. Yes, yes. Okay, we don't glue with the paper clip. All right, now we're gluing this. Okay, when we're gluing this down, we are not putting any glue here, right? Do not put any glue on this. Just put glue on this part. Okay, let's do it together here. Because otherwise, as I said, you're gonna put things in there. There's gonna be dry glue in the bottom. Things are gonna get stuck. Why am I saying that? I think it's because, oh no, it happened to me. Okay, so you glue on the top here, right? Side, bottom, side, you know, do the edges really good because that's really what matters. Now your little bag, you know, you can decorate them. You can, you know, maybe if you want, maybe you want to do that before you actually glue, right? And you know, the thing is this, make one, keep it for yourself. If you want to make another one for a gift, or then, you know, do a second one because, you know, maybe the second one is like, you know, live and learn process. I don't know. I think I should make 10 to get one really good. Anyway, here we go. Putting it down, line it up with your score line, okay? Not on the score line, right? That looks so incredibly good. Good, good, good. All right, we need this. What is this? HelloFresh. HelloFresh. Aren't they cool? They're sending me like 16 free meals. I'm sure it doesn't work like that for some reason. Okay, all right, okay. You got your bag, 1, 2, you get it exactly right. Okay, now. You flip it, right? It was like this. You're flipping it like that. Yes. And then you have your pocket here. Now the pocket here, as you can tell, right here on this guy, right there, when you open the bag, see, it's hidden here. And what I did is I put a little dent in here. So you can do that. Right? Because this way, if you give it to somebody, but okay, I put a little tab to, you know, whatever, but at least it's kind of easier to take stuff out, right? So I did a little thing in here, okay? If you want to do that, you can do that. And that will be the time to do it because you can pick them up and put it here. Let me do, actually, I'm going to do it so you see what I'm talking about. And we have 9 inches. We already know that. So 9 inches is 4.5. 4.5. That's your middle right there. Put a little mark. Yes. Take whatever you want to take. You can use your, this thing here, right? Or this, for that matter. Okay, you flip your bag up, okay? Pick up your bags, right? Ha! How cool is this? Okay, now because we did this, we got to edge that. Do this, edge that. Edging. Really nice. All right, where is that thing? Here. All right, so you have your little bags going like this and going like that. Yes. Okay, now again, we're doing the other way around. Now, this is gonna be your pocket. This, we didn't put any number on that. Nothing. Why? Because nothing happened to that. We don't care. The only thing you're gonna do is, because this has got an opening right here, what I did is I kind of darkened this part here, right? So this way, I got this here. If you wanna put, I don't know, if you want to put a little background here, go right ahead, you know, put a strip here, whatever you want to put on. If you want to, you don't have to. I don't. If you want, you do it, right? Now, we got to put something on top of this. And what I put on top of this is this, the Titanic. I put the whole ship here, okay? So, now, we get to do this. Yes? Yes. Something I wanted to say. Nope. This is what we're doing. We're doing this. All right. So, again, You need cardstock. If you don't have the right cardstock, whatever you pick, paper that you pick that you want to use, glue it on cardstock, but you need cardstock, okay? Paper is not gonna do. Needs cardstock, okay? I'm gonna get my stuff together and then we do it. Yes, yes. So, cardstock. You pick your cardstock. Now you get to decide, okay, this you're not gonna see, right? Because it's gonna be covered. Hold on, let me take this. There we go. The right way, if possible. Okay? The only thing you're gonna see is the top here, right? Only when you open it, you see what's inside. So, you get to pick a cardstock which kind of go with that, right? This is gonna be, there's two parts to it. There's the bottom part, the one which flip up and down, right? And there's the top part here, and this one doesn't really move. This kind is loose here in the bottom, but it doesn't move, okay? Now, you're gonna need two parts. You can take the same cardstock top and bottom. You can use a contrasting cardstock for top and bottom, or you can use something that you're gonna have to match like I'm gonna do, of course. So it's gonna be like grueling. I mean, for me, you don't have to do that, but you're still gonna need two parts. First part is, I'm gonna keep that here. Now, this part here, okay, there's a reason to that whole madness, okay? Because your bags are 6 inches, right? Which means your last bag, your second bag, which is so much higher than this one, altogether you have 6.5 inch of bag, okay? When you're gonna flip the top, right, you don't want to be on your bag. You want to be on top of your bag. That's how it's gonna keep them, it's gonna keep it shut. So you're gonna need that little room here, yes? So the flip over is gonna have to be about 1.5, or you can do 1.75, okay? You don't want that flip to go over your bags. Yes, very important, right? Otherwise, you cannot get your bag. So let's say 1.5. So you're gonna need one. I'm gonna do pretending, because then I'm gonna do mine, because you're gonna see mine is a little bit more involved. So I don't want to confuse anybody here. All right. So you got your whatever that is right. That is 4.75, as we know. So we're gonna go 4.5. What did I do here? I think I did 4.25 altogether. 4.58. Okay. It doesn't have to be that extremely precise. But this is the thing. Some of you just go by the 1/8 of an inch. Some of you, just like me, are just like, man, that's about right. Okay? So I get to give dimension. It doesn't mean if you don't like dimension, don't be flipped out. Okay? So we said almost 4.75. Okay? Because your width is 4.75. So almost 4.75. All right. Now, you want to go down, what did we say? About 1.5. All right? So you do 1.5, and then you're gonna add up 1/2 inch. So you're gonna go 2 inches, and I'll show you why, right? So 1.5 plus 1/2 is 2 inches. Yes, yes. So you go 2 inches. 1, 2. You're gonna cut your 2 inches. 2 inches down. We're doing the top. This 2 inches. Yes. Okay. You're gonna take 1/2 inch. I'm taking this because it goes faster. You can use your ruler, and you need this. You're gonna do 1/2 inch score. Yes. This is cardstock now. I'm not using cardstock, but you're doing cardstock, right? You're gonna angle. Okay. You're gonna fold. This is what you have. This is gonna be your top. Your top is gonna go like so. You open this, right? And this gonna go here, like so. You're gonna flip it over the top of your panel, right? Like that. Got it? Yes? You're gluing this down, okay? That's the first part. When that is done, you're flipping this over, right? And then you're gonna glue 1/2 inch there. About 1/2 inch. You know what? If you're not sure, put a ruler, put another piece of paper, okay? Like so. I mean about. It's not a exact science, okay? And then you're gonna glue here, and then you're gonna flip it down, preferably centered, right? And then you're gonna put some weight on it and let it dry, right? I'm gonna do mine, but mine is a little bit different, and you can copy what I'm doing if you run into the same problem that I did, okay? Second part, you gotta take your same thing, 1 3/4, right? Or about, okay? We're just gonna insert in here, like so, almost to the top, right? You wanna keep a 1/2 inch down here. So you're gonna score a 1/2 inch, or about a 1/2 inch, like so. Okay, so you have your 1/2 inch here. You're gonna angle. I'm doing briefly because I'm gonna redo it with my stuff, okay? Like this. And then same thing, you're gonna flip this, and now this is glued, right? You're gonna flip it over, and it's gonna go, okay, this, if that would be glued, that wouldn't go anywhere, right? And then you're gonna glue it like so, right? So when you flip it, it's gonna be here. And the top is gonna be here like so, and bam. When you're gonna flip it open, see, you have that little space here, you're not over your bags, right? And it's gonna insert like so in it. Got it? Yes? This is that hard. It's not hard at all. Now, the only reason it's hard for me at this point is because, and maybe the same thing is happening to you, so matter as well, you know, see what happened when that happened, right? I'm gonna put this. Now, this is cool. Watch this. Ooh, right? Look, this is me right here having a cup of tea on a beach somewhere with my little umbrella. Oh, like this is vacation style. Anyway, to make a long story short, I'm gonna cut the same way. What did I say? 1.5, right? About 1.5 here. But if I cut 1.5 here, because I made 2 copies, right? Because when you do things like that, you make 2 identical copies. If I want to keep here and line up there, I'm not going to be able to line up, okay? Because this is, I will need more here, but I don't have more here. So what is it that I'm going to do? Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this thing, which I have. Where did it go? Okay. So you're going to cut, right, out of your cutout. If that's the case for you, that you don't have, for some reason, or you have only this cardstock, or you cannot do 2 pieces, it's not going to go, you don't have long enough, this is what you do. Top piece, right? You cut for the width of your cardstock, yes. You're going to score in the middle, so you're going to have something like this, right? You do what I like to do the best. You round it, so this way you don't have to bother with the angle thing. And then you're just gonna glue it here, which is what I'm gonna do right now. Now I'm gonna make sure this is edge, because otherwise it's gonna show. I'm gonna show this is edge, but it's the same thing. Again, you don't have to do that. If you have the right cardstock, the right length, you're good. I don't, not for what I want to do, okay? So I'm gonna go to glue it just like this, and then I'm gonna have something to reverse on the other side. Yes, yes, I'm telling you, there's always a solution to all problems, hopefully anyway, most of the time. All right, so I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna be such a happy person, because then I'm gonna be able to play with the bottom part. Okay, so I'm gonna put that here at the very, I'm at the top, yes, whew. Okay. I'm gonna put that at the very top here. All right. And now I have to, because see, I wanted the cut to be exactly on the umbrella, right? So if I would put another 1/2 inch, then you know what I wanted my umbrella. You know what else I'm gonna say? Under my umbrella, umbrella. Where is my ruler? All right. I said I'm gonna do 1.5. So 1.5. Just checking if I'm going where I want to be. Yes, 1.5. Okay, 1.5. Like this. Okay, am I at the top here? We sure hope so. Yes, yes. Okay, 1.5 right here. Okay. I'm gonna cut right there. Now, again, if you cut wrong, take another piece and cut again, because you know what? I could do that all day. Okay, 1.5 we cut. Yes, yes. All right, so this is your 1.5 piece, yes, that you score at a 1/2 inch around the side. Me, I had to add on to it, but it's the same thing. okay? And then it's gonna go right here. Let me demonstrate, like right there. Yes, yes. So here's the thing, okay? You don't really care what it's gonna look like here, because like here, you're never gonna see it. It's gonna be glued, right? So you line up your top as much as you can beautifully, okay? The edge. I mean, if you want to round it, round it. I don't think I'm gonna round it. I kind of like it straight. In this specific case, I like it straight, okay? I mean, we do whatever. Okay, do yourself a favor. Open your whole booklet, right? So you have a flat surface. You're still with your bags now, okay? Don't touch anything else here. All right, and then you're gonna slide it just like that. Yes. And then this way you can see exactly where you want to be. Like kind of equal on both sides, right? Okay, so you put your glue on your flip here. And this is the type of things you're going to glue without looking at it. I know it sounds silly, but you're going to look at it, but the other way around, right? Okay, this is what works the best for me. Whatever works for you, you go right ahead, right? This is what I do. I slide this under here, right? So it's nice and you know, flush. Oh God, I couldn't find the word. Flush right with the top. And if you get to move it a little bit while it's still wet, you do. Okay, all right. Now you're gonna glue a 1/2 inch. No more than that, because you need to be able to insert that bottom part in. Yes, so just a 1/2 inch or a 1/4 inch if you're not too sure. Okay, just at the top there, at the fold. Okay, because it's gonna do almost like a paper clip. It's gonna keep it together. Yes, yes. Okay, and then you glue it down like so. Okay, we put something on there. I don't know, this. All right. Now, in the meantime, so I take my second part of cardstock and I insert in here. But then this is gonna be too long because I don't want it to go all the way up, right? And we kind of glued 1/2 inch. You got to be conservative, so I'm gonna take a 1/4 inch and see where that gets me. You can never add. That's a 1/2. Anyway, I'm gonna cut a little bit here and see where that gets me to match my umbrella. I'm still too high. All right, so I'm gonna cut another little bit because you don't want that to get glued on. Let's see here. Can I line up my umbrella? Yes. And I'm not, see, I can see on the side here. I'm not all the way on the top, right? So, all right, you see, this is how those things work, okay? And guess what? My umbrella is gonna be kind of perfect. Almost. Play with it, okay? Do I have enough to insert? Yes. See, this is not glued, and I keep pulling on it. All right, now that I'm here, I'm gonna try to let that dry very well. I am gonna mark my bottom here, yes, because I'm gonna fold this, right? I'm gonna make a mark, I'm gonna follow. See, you didn't have to do all of that because you guys had the right, you have the right cardstock. I don't. Okay, let me see. And if it's not right, you know what? Then we just make another copy. That's all there is to it. I'm just gonna, I really want that to be dry. Okay, so I'm gonna have to glue. Ooh, look at that, right? I'm gonna have to glue it exactly like that, which is why, again, I'm gonna glue it blindly, which means I'm gonna put the glue, I'm gonna line it up, and I'm just gonna press on it, okay? I hope this dries good, all right? So this way I can line up. All right, I'm gonna angle a little bit. But you see how that system works? Anyway, that's cool. I figure, you know what? Maybe one day I'll do a whole video about that. But in the meantime, I give you like an idea how that works, right? Okay, I'm gonna put the glue right here. All right, I was so anxious to glue that thing. Okay, I insert it in the back here, right? I put it here, I insert it. I'm not even bothering about that. I'm just bothering about me being okay up there. And I'm liking it so much. I like it so much. All right, and that's it. Now we're gonna put, where's the big book? We're gonna put that on right here. And you let it dry, like really good. Got that. So sorry, guys. We need a part 3 because this is just too much. Anyway, you know, who wants to do that for 3 hours in a row? So I'm gonna do a part 3. So happy making, happy crafting, and see you soon. Bye.